never a dark Mexicano.
Yep.
If you were any darker, they were either African American or they were on Univision or something like that, or Gala. Yeah, and they always thought that when they go, "Oh, you're a news reporter, so which Mexican news station you work for?" I go, "No, no, no, no. I'm with Channel 31's Good Day Sacramento." Yeah, they usually have a light-skinned reporter, and that's nothing wrong with that, but they didn't go that way. And you're saying that I'm the only one in the whole world that wanted to be a reporter that was dark-skinned, but I made sure I was going there on my merits. And they picked me with only passion that I had. When I used to go there as an intern to the station, I used to go there, and my parents did what they could, but sometimes I couldn't afford to drive back to Turlock and then go back to Sacramento the next day when I would be an intern on the weekends. So yeah, I would have to sleep in my car. One time I tried to sleep on the river, but it was too hot. Now imagine I was reporting at the state capitol, and then here I am sleeping on the river. How is that going to look on my station? So I decided to find a laundromat, and I stayed in the laundromat because no one bothers you because they think you're doing laundry. So I always had quarters for the laundromat, and they had a nice TV. Now imagine that. I mean, here I am. I was reporting in Alcatraz live, and now I'm sleeping in the laundromat. I never felt like, oh my gosh, feel bad for me. I never was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going through this. I knew this is the part of the process, and I knew César Chávez felt the same way. Is when he had those struggles, and when he had, everybody knows to be successful, it's never an easy road. So you could imagine the feat that César Chávez had to take. He had to take. You knew it was going to be the hardest thing he's ever done, and a lot of time it looked like it wasn't going to make it. So you could imagine. So I never felt like this is bad for me when I'm sleeping there. Now, after 6 months of interning, and my third day there, someone called in sick, and they said, "Hey, Alan, can you be a reporter?" And they handed me the mic. I looked at it and I go, "What do you want me to do with this?" But I go, "Why not? What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? What do they expect from me? I'm an intern. If I don't do well, then no big deal. They go back." But they gave me a chance, and then I knocked it out of the park. And here I am today talking to you guys as a guest speaker, and I'm not just saying this because I want to kiss up to you, because some of you I know own some businesses that I want some free food at, but I'm really honored to be among you today. This is awesome that we have something like this here in this area, in Modesto area, because I know coming from the Sacramento area, they kind of look down on Modesto. And when they offered me the job, and they said after 6 months of sleeping in my car, sleeping in the river, and 6 months sleeping in the laundromat, they asked me, "Okay, we're going to give you a part-time job here. We'll give you money to move up here to Sacramento." And I said, Don't give me that extra money. And believe me, I needed that extra money. So, but I said, don't, because I want to cover the Modesto, Stockton area, because no one ever comes down here unless it's bad. And you know what I mean? So I stayed here. And they were concerned. They're like, "Oh, I don't know. Is there anything down there we can cover? Is there a lot of events going on?" And I said, "We have running water. We have traffic lights. There's a lot of things going on here." And now, that was 5 years ago. Now that I'll get stories from the Sacramento area, and they said, "No, stay down there," because we just figured out how much of an impact not only that I had there, but how much of an impact Modesto has on me. And now we're covering great events in not only Modesto, Turlock, Ceres, Keys, if you even know where that is, Patterson, Houston. I know the former mayor of Patterson is also here. She's back there. We did horseshoes there. Now, I know a couple people said, "Hey, what are you going to talk about? Are you going to be crazy? You're going to talk about César Chávez?" And I go, "I am." Are you going to, don't be, maybe too funny, but what I do is maybe kind of crazy on this show. On this show, I've been electrocuted, I've been knocked out by a cage fighter, I've eaten worms, I've eaten dog food, I've bleached my hair blonde, I shaved it all off, I swam with sharks, I'm trying to think, flew with the Blue Angels. I mean, I've got to do a lot of crazy things, but most of those things were for something fun. Something that was community-based. Like I was playing horseshoes with a former mayor. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, what is that going to help the community? But we were promoting the event that had the Apricot Festival down there. Hey, this is a local event, helping out local vendors, helping out local people. I might give you like a different perspective on it. Hey, let's check out an event instead of, hey, let's look at the apricots and stuff like that. Let's show you what the fun is. So when you go out there and have a good time with your family, you can say that we sent you from Good Day Sacramento because we tried it out first. Here today, And I look at all of you, and I'm just so inspired that all these beautiful people, still kissing up, are here today. I'm inspired to say, wow, you know, this is what's coming out of Modesto right here. This is coming out of the Ceres area. It's coming out of the Stockton area. This is us, and we are making an impact bigger than you will ever believe. Now, I get to go everywhere. I get to meet lots of celebrities and things like that. But when I walked in here for the first time, and this is my first time with LCR, I was like, oh, I know him, I know her, I know him, I know her, and they are doing wonderful things. So please give yourself a round of applause for what you're doing for the community, because it's so awesome. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do, no one is telling you you have to do this. You can do your job, you can go to school and just do your thing and be out of the way. And that's the thing, the same thing with César Chávez. He didn't have to do what he did. No one paid him to do what he did. He was just like, someone needs to make a change. Somebody needs to make a change, and that's what he decided to do. When I found out, with only an 8th grade education, he didn't need to have a huge college degree. Now, give yourself obviously the most chances as possible. Get yourself an education, put yourself in the right location to put yourself in the right situation. But he didn't. He went in there with no tie. He wasn't wearing a big tie or like that. He was in his own clothes. He was comfortable, and he said, "Hey, this is what we need to change." And people listened. And with LCR, this is what's happening, is that it started with one man putting this all together. Now everybody wants to come together. Now we are stronger than ever. And now here in Modesto, you can be so proud saying, this is what you guys are putting together. And it makes me proud, because now I can be proud of a city that not only did I grow up in, but I cover every day. Whether it is wearing high heels and walking a mile around in shoes, you know what I mean? That's some of the crazy things that I do. But that's all for good cause, and you guys are doing this for good cause. It's coming from a Mexican-American family. My father is a forklift driver, over 34 years of doing forklift driver, and my mom, God knows, honestly, I had to say she's got 60, 70 jobs. Not because she couldn't keep a job, don't get me wrong, but she just kept working because she knew, why stop? Why stop? And I'm proud that from that, here I am today, to be able to talk to you and be inspired not only by what César Chávez did, but what you guys are doing too. I know the young girl talked about maybe having a little legacy, leaving something with someone here to remember by. I'm going to remember what these kids said, because they are the future. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm only going to be 28, so don't, I got gray hair already, but I'm just inspired that this is going to drive me to do better, to go farther, and that's it. What do you have to lose? You live once. No one is promised tomorrow. Knowing that, why not take advantage of every day, not only just to be happy, but to inspire others? And that's what César Chávez did too. He gave back to the community. He gave back to the community, and then that's what you guys are doing here today. And if anything, I feel like maybe I should do more to give back to the community, because I'm just inspired by what everyone does. If you don't remember anything, just remember that you live once. No one is promised tomorrow. Let's just have a great time. Let's all love each other for who we are, no matter what color we are, no matter where we come from. And just treat each other the same way you would treat your own family. And that's what César Chávez wanted. That's what I want. And go Raiders. Thank you very much.